चल जीरा मसाला
Sip, sip, jeera sip, MBH का जल्दी और jeera sip, MBH का jeera sip.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
And time now for the nation's sharpest opinion, ladies and gentlemen. It's not every day that you see the driver of a garbage truck admit that he is driving a garbage truck, because there's nothing really to be proud about being, a garbage truck. But the Pakistani army chief has said that my entire country is a garbage truck. What you call a dump truck. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you do when the man who heads the Pakistani army says that I hold the steering wheels to a garbage truck? And he says, India is a shining Mercedes car, but we are a garbage truck. So I wanted to talk a little bit about garbage truck Pakistan. And that's the quote. He says, India is a shining Mercedes coming on the highway like a Ferrari. And he says, we are a dirty garbage truck. And he's right. For once, I don't disagree with Asim Munir, because he's right. Pakistan is a dump truck. It's a garbage truck. I don't disagree with him, because his country has been driving a lot of garbage of late. And here are some reasons why Pakistan is the garbage truck of the world. Its economy grew by a stunning 2.7%. They should be ashamed of that. They are overloaded. They have a 67.4 billion debt that they can't repay. They're a sputtering garbage truck that can't even make the IMF delivery on time, missing out on 3 out of 5 targets to pay their own loans. They have a cracked chassis. This garbage truck is also a broken truck because it's bleeding 10.3% of its Indus River supply of late. And it is having massive food insecurity. There are 15 million citizens in crisis, no food to eat. People who will be dead because they have nothing to eat, ladies and gentlemen, unless Asim Munir does something. But this man who admits, he goes to America and says, I'm a garbage truck. So let's go back to the graphic on garbage truck Pakistan. He says, I'm a garbage truck, but if things go worse, I will blow up half the world. And he made this speech on the soil of the United States of America. Maybe he's competing with Donald Trump. He says, we are a nuclear nation. If we feel we are going down, we will not go down alone. We will take half the world with us. We will nuclear bomb half the world. Some people say he was drunk, possibly so. I would be less worried if he said it when he was drunk than if he was in his senses. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all big talk. He's saying that if I am in trouble, I will destroy half the world. Well, were you not in trouble 2 months back? We fired 19 BrahMos missiles. We took down 5 Pakistani jets, fired at a distance of 300 kilometers, damaged your F-16s. Were you not in trouble then? What did you do? This is all big talk, ladies and gentlemen, and totally reactionary. Because the fact of the matter is, when they were in trouble, when they faced an existential crisis, they could do nothing. They just went crying to the United States of America. And what are they doing? They say we'll destroy India, we'll blow away their dams, we'll destroy half the world. We have so much nuclear material. There will be no country left in the world, no Africa, no Asia, because Pakistan would have destroyed the world before it gets destroyed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is big talk. What do they actually do? They stop water supply and fuel supply to the Indian High Commission staff in Islamabad. That is the only trick that they have in the book. The Pakistanis can actually do nothing. In any case, they're a garbage truck we love to hit. And look at the places we've hit their garbage truck. We hit the garbage truck in the Sayyidina Bilal camp in Muzaffarabad. In all these camps, including the camps of the Markaz Taiba in Muridke, Markaz Subhanallah in Bahawalpur, we hit their garbage truck with BrahMos airbases like Noor Khan, Chaklala, Rafiki Murid, Sukkur, Sialkot, Pasrur, Chunia, Sargoda, Skardu, Bholari and Jacobabad. So we hit their garbage truck everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. And the DG-MO of the Indian Army said that strikes across 9 terror hubs in Pakistan killed over 100 terrorists. The point is, we've done enough. And still he says, next time if you do it, I will attack you. Why didn't you attack us this time? Because you couldn't. Why didn't you destroy half the world this time? Because you can't. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me come to the more serious matter. Why is the ISI chief talking like this about their country being a garbage truck? And despite saying on American soil that Pakistan is like trash, it's like garbage, nobody is really taking any action against him. The reason is because there is nobody who can take any action against him. The reason, ladies and gentlemen, is this, that I have said it before, I'm saying it again. There has already been, most likely, a military coup in Islamabad that has not been reported. It is believed the coup happened on the 1st of May 2025 when the ISI chief, Lieutenant General Mohammad Asim Malik, was planted into the National Security Council inside the PMO in a dual role of both ISI chief and a cabinet rank minister. That was the day when the coup actually happened. Then right on cue on May 20th, 2025, 10 days after the ceasefire understanding, Munir self-promoted to a rank of Field Marshal, the second Pakistani army chief to ever do so after Muhammad Ayub Khan, who then went on to plant himself as President of Pakistan. The coup has already happened. Some clues why I believe Pakistan there has already been a coup. It is just that the Pakistani state-controlled media has not declared it. Reason one, where is Shehbaz Sharif? Has he been visible? Has Shehbaz Sharif been making multiple public appearances? Why are more and more people saying that these are recorded appearances carefully controlled by the army and that non-rehearsed appearances are no longer happening in Pakistan? It's because there has been a coup. The number of appearances of Zardari has gone down by 70%. Where is Zardari? The ISI chief has been planted in the National Security Council's office, which I just told you. Most importantly, the civilian leadership of Pakistan is no longer visible on a single foreign visit. All foreign visits, all representations are being done by Munir himself. It is Munir who has visited US twice in the last 2 months. Shehbaz is not moving to any important meeting. In July, Asim Munir also visited China. The civilian leadership of Pakistan has gone absolutely off the radar effectively. These are serious signals that the coup has happened. I'll give you one more clip here today, viewers. Munir is increasingly not wearing the army uniform. And he's not doing so because he's positioning himself for not a quasi-political role, but a political role. In fact, when he was speaking to the Pakistani community event in Tampa, Asim Munir was asked, even by his aides, to wear the military uniform. Throughout most of his visit in the United States and to his foreign visits, he has refused to wear the uniform, which is indication, he comes in a suit, which is indication that he has moved on from the role. Only those who want to be deceived will still believe there has not been a coup in Pakistan. I believe there has been a coup in Pakistan. And the coup is being led by a man who says that his country is a garbage truck. Let's debate.
Days before Pahalgam attack, he spilled venom.
Well, our forefathers, they thought that we are different from the Hindus in every possible aspect of life. Our religion is different. Our customs are different. Our traditions are different. Our thoughts are different. Our ambitions are different. That was the foundation of the two-nation theory that was laid there.
And he is back at it. Despite the humiliating defeat, Pakistan Army Chief has resorted to hollow threats. He has threatened not just India, but half the world. Addressing Pakistanis on American soil, Munir said that if Pakistan threatened, Pakistan will take half the world down with them. It does not stop here. He trolled his own country and said, India is like Mercedes, while Pakistan is a garbage truck. The architect of Pahalgam attack said that Pakistan will strike dams built by India with missiles. Indian government released a strongly worded message and reminded of country's clear stand.
कोई भी न्यूक्लियर ब्लैकमेल भारत नहीं सहेगा। न्यूक्लियर ब्लैकमेल की आड़ में पनप रहे आतंकी ठिकानों पर भारत सटीक और निर्णायक प्रहार करेगा।
India asked the world leaders to draw their own conclusions while stating that Munir's statement proved that Pakistan is the source of nuclear instability in South Asia. The outrageous comments come during Munir's second visit to the United States in 2 months. US President, the self-proclaimed messiah of peace, who announced 50% tariff on India for allegedly fueling Russia war, has not spoken a word even hours after the Pakistan military leader's nuclear threat to half of the world. But here's a harsh reality check. India has and never will succumb to petty pressure tactics. For if there is one thing that we have proved to the world during Operation Sindoor, it's that we plan, execute, and deliver on promises. These are the evidences, the ultimate proof of how and why Pakistan was forced to bow down to India. The world is watching, even as India and Pakistan hold simultaneous naval drills in Arabian Sea at a distance of only 60 nautical miles from each other. Neither Pakistan can hide its garbage truck-like tactics, nor can Donald Trump keep the facade to target India. It's clear which country is a great power and who is a threat to global peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, General Bakshi, Ambassador Deepak Vora, Major Samar Paltur, Brigadier Waqar Hassan Khan, Ishad Ahmad Khan from Lahore and Islamabad. It's a fairly serious situation where you have the Pakistani President Asim Munir saying that his country is a garbage truck. And he said, Brigadier Waqar Hassan Khan, he said, you see, India is a rich country. It's like a shiny Mercedes car. But don't lose heart. We are a garbage truck, what in America is called a dump truck. And if the Mercedes car hits the garbage truck, the Mercedes car will be damaged more than the garbage truck. यानी कि इन्होंने कहा कि इतनी गंदगी है हम पर कि अगर इंडिया हमसे टकराए तो हमारा कीचड़ उन पर गिरेगा. ये what kind of logic is this? ये क्या लॉजिक है? All over Pakistani media, global media today, Deepak Vora, it is being quoted that Asim Munir has said in an event in Tampa in the US that Pakistan is a garbage truck and India is a shining Mercedes car. How should this be understood? Deepak Vora, please.
Right. Thank you very much, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure to be with you. I come home to Republic whenever you are on the show, so it's always a pleasure to be with the legend. Let me tell it to you very quickly. When this guy says that if we are going down, we're going to take half the world with us, he's not talking of kinetic war. Pakistan can go down economically. Forget about the kinetic action. When it's going down economically, I recall what a mullah had said last year. जब आप भीख मांगने जाते हो विदेशों में एक हाथ में बॉम्ब रखिए दूसरे हाथ में कटोरा फिर देखिए कैसे वो पैसे देते हैं. Sir, this is a threat to the world. He says we'll take down half the world. If I were there, I would have asked him, Army Chief Sahab, kaun sa half? Are you going to take the half that is to the west of Pakistan, which means Arabia, Europe and the United States, or to the east of Pakistan, which is India, Russia, China, Japan, etc.? He wouldn't have an answer. Now, this kind of thing is a warning, I believe, to the West. And the West would be deaf and dumb and idiotic not to understand. He's saying, paise nahi doge, to phir dekho main aapke saath kya karta hu. I will unleash nuclear fury on the world. Is this the kind of thing you say in the United States, apart from the fact that you're a garbage nation? Second point, sir, and then I conclude. Just wanted to say that this guy obviously doesn't know. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know his marbles. What he's been talking about which part, etc., etc. My question here is, sir, what does he think that we have so many, and that he's going to bomb any dams that we build on the river? Sir, please tell this joker that a dam, when it bursts, the water flows downstream, not upstream. And downstream is Pakistan. Is he talking about flooding his own country? I don't understand this fellow's logic. Obviously, he's either illiterate, or he's intoxicated, or he doesn't know what's going on. Sir.
Why did he say this? I'm still trying to understand that my country is a garbage truck. Exact words Brigadier Waqar Hussain Khan is, India is a shining country. It is like a shining Mercedes car coming on a highway like a shining Ferrari. So that's how he thinks. India is like a Mercedes, India is like a Ferrari. But then he says, Jalal Bakshi, he says, we are a garbage truck. If the shining Ferrari, shining Mercedes hits the garbage truck, who is going to be the loser? जो अपने आप को ऐसे देखे, इतनी बदतमीजी अपने साथ करे, पब्लिक में, ये क्या है? Come on, Brigadier, why did he call Pakistan a garbage truck?
Okay, I think with all the rhetoric, and hope you have guts to list Pakistan, and if you allow it uninterrupted, I will then.
Don't put so many riders. I'll fire my BrahMos whenever I want. Please.
Okay. No. But the point is that you call, the guest and.
I am calling you, but you answer the question. He said that we are a garbage truck. You must answer the question. Why would he call Pakistan a garbage truck?
I'll build up the argument and then come to this truck business.
Garbage truck. Garbage truck.
I'll take you to Dharamstala, where 1,000 young girls were raped and buried. And your
why did he say that?
Please,
why did
listen,
he say?
listen.
Why did he
this
say
is the problem. This is
that
the problem
Pakistan is a garbage truck? But the problem is that you're not answering the question. I am asking you, a self-respecting man. Brigadier, listen to me. Brigadier, see, a self-respecting. You must have an answer to this. या तो कुछ देखिए, to say that we are like a garbage truck and India is like a shining Mercedes car, a shining Mercedes car, it's a garbage truck, then who will lose more? Why do you call yourself a garbage truck? What do you call a dump truck?
This is garbage.
What kind of logic is this?
Garbage state. This is a collapsed state. So this is the point.
But why did you say we are a garbage truck? Why did you call your own country a garbage truck? And India's shining Mercedes car.
Nobody has. This report is being quoted.
This report is all over the Pakistani and international media. That he said we are a garbage truck.
But what we are looking at is Jamnagar refinery, the Reliance, which is 300 kilometers from Badim. It will be taken out in 30 seconds. We'll start from your eastern seaboard and plaster India. So that is the thing that he has communicated. Stop threatening Pakistan.
What did he say? What did he say? He says we will attack Reliance. You said you will attack Reliance. You're jealous of Reliance because Reliance is bigger than your whole country's economy.
And trying to shut down.
One company is bigger than your economy.
This you can have.
ये जलन क्यों है? कुछ खुद से करिए ना, कुछ अचीव कीजिए, achieve something, कुछ achieve कीजिए, फिर बोलिए. What is this?
That is the point. धर्मशाला की फिक्र करें.
I am asking you, why did you call your country a garbage truck? Garbage truck. Let me see things lowly of his country. He looks down on his country. कोई कहे कि मेरा देश ऐसा ट्रक है जिसके अंदर बहुत कीचड़ है. Samar, you want to respond to him, Samar?
to respond.
Someone.
I want to respond. I'll tell you. Sir, with due respect, please lend me a ear. Sir, please lend me a ear. Sir, please give me 2 minutes. Now, the reason why Asim Munir termed Pakistan as a dump truck is basically he wanted to tell that Pakistan harbored Osama bin Laden.
Garbage, actually.
Osama bin Laden was drugs. Osama bin Laden was garbage. And where is garbage stored? In a dump truck. That is Pakistan. All the terrorist consumes are garbage. Where are they stored? In a dump truck called Pakistan. So basically, indirectly, Brigadier Saab, what theory you are giving regarding garbage dump truck, I have made it amply clear. Number one. Number two, it is the opportunity for the American industrial complex. It is an opportunity for the military industrial complex of USA to roll out a red carpet for Asim Munir to pick and choose whatever weapon system he likes. क्यों? Because Chinese माल fail हो गया. चाइना का माल फेल हो गया है.
फ्रांसिस जॉर्ज की सुन लो.
एक तो ये हो गया.
जॉर्ज कह रहा है यार, पूरा मीडिया कह रहा है इंडियन एयरफोर्स.
It is imperative that there has been a silent coup that is taken place in Pakistan.
कोई एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा. Nobody buys this nonsense.
If you keep ranting without listening, there is no point. So you got to listen to something as well as we say. Now what I'm trying to say is, आप nuclear rant कर रहे हो. Now there are a lot of similarities between Asim Munir and Saddam Hussein, because Saddam Hussein was also once upon a time a very close friend of USA, and suddenly when a aeroplane drill went bad, he went against USA. So Asim Munir is treading a death trap. In case America offers him an offer which he cannot refuse, he will be dangerously playing in the hands of China also. I'm telling you, sir, you will become the next Ukraine. It will be a turf which will be fought between China and America. अगर आज आप हंस रहे हो, मैं आपको लिख के दे रहा हूं, आप अपनी ओवरसीज प्रॉपर्टी को तैयार करा लो. वो समय दूर नहीं.
One point is, I want to ask here.
Next World War.
I want to ask here. Very serious point is now emerging about a silent coup that has taken place in Pakistan. Now, there are two very clear reasons, and any country would be concerned, General Bakshi. First is that Shehbaz Sharif's public appearances have gone down by 70%, and there are no pre-rehearsed public appearances. Zardari's appearances have gone down by 90% and largely limited to indoor activities in his house. So, why have Shehbaz Sharif and Zardari gone off the radar? And the third point is, General Bakshi, that Asim Munir has given up the uniform. He no longer wears the uniform. In most of his public appearances, he wears a suit. He does not wear the uniform anymore. He has visited America. He has replaced Zardari and Shehbaz Sharif. They have not gone even to China. So he's taken over foreign policy, he's taken over internal policy, he's taken over national security, and he already controls the army, and the president and prime minister are not visible. There are very serious concerns about what has already happened. How do you view this, General Bakshi?
These concerns are very well founded, Arnab. The simple fact is that Asim Munir, Mullah Asim Munir, is one of the few generals of the Pakistan army who has had a seminary education. He quotes liberally from the Quran like a mullah, right? And he had declared his presidential ambitions on, if you remember, 16th of April, when he had given a speech to the Pakistani diaspora, right? The overseas Pakistanis, as they call them, who had come to Islamabad. And it was a strange choice for the army chief to address them. And you know, at that stage also, Shehbaz Sharif and all were sitting like dumb clucks, right? They amount for very little. They amount for very little because the real power in Pakistan is Asim Munir. He has been for quite some time.
Yeah.
Right? But that he would flaunt his status even before becoming president, right? The Pakistani president, Zardari, has not been invited to the White House, nor has the Pakistani Prime Minister been invited to the White House. And when Asim Munir went accompanied by a minister, the minister was asked to stay out. So everybody knows what the score is. This man is getting impatient. You see, when a Pakistani chief general becomes the army chief, he thinks he is God's gift to mankind. He just doesn't want to retire. This man staged the entire tamasha in Pahalgam to get himself, 9-10 years extension like Ziaul Haq, like Parvez Musharraf. And, step number 2 is so well defined. You become a field marshal and then you become the president, right? This is exactly what Field Marshal Ayub Khan had done, right? And he has been trying to give broad hints to Zardari to now resign so that his president
Zardari is not visible.
Can find full play.
But Zardari, General Bakshi, is increasingly now not visible.
He will not be.
Why?
Arnab, I fear that they will be clapped in jail very soon.
But Shehbaz Sharif also,
if they do not take the
Shehbaz was not visible on any of the foreign high-profile visits. Why is that? I mean, I really want to understand this because a lot of Pakistanis are also concerned, Irshad Ahmad Khan, that why Shehbaz and Zardari's public appearances are limited and why in all the foreign policy occasions they are missing. Everything is led by the army chief.
बहुत शुक्रिया जी पहले तो मैं ये जनरल साहब
Arnab, I just like to add.
बोलिएगा मत भी
1 minute. We are wanting to know about the coup in Pakistan. Yeah.
एक मिनट सर, मसला ये है आपको, मेरे जनरल हाफिज आसिम मुनीर साहब जिनकी आपको तकलीफ है, वो इस वक्त खित्ते के हीरो हैं। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अल्लाह ताला ने इज्जत दी है उनको कि एक बहुत बड़े दुश्मन को उन्होंने वो मजा चखाया।
भैया आपको इतना मारा आपको अभी तक आप 1 मिनट आप इरशाद जी आपको मैंने कहाँ की प्रूफ दी। देखिए मैंने आपको मस्जिद अब्बास की प्रूफ दी कोटली की, मैंने आपको मस्कर रहील शहीद की प्रूफ दी कोटली में, मैंने आपको प्रूफ दी मस्जिद अबले हदीद की भिम्बर में, मैंने आपको प्रूफ दी मेमूना जोया की सियालकोट में, मैंने आपको इतनी प्रूफ दी। आप एक रद्दी पर प्रूफ नहीं दे पाए मुझे, रद्दी पर प्रूफ नहीं दे पाए आप मुझे। आप रद्दी पर प्रूफ दे दीजिए मुझे, मैंने इतनी प्रूफ दे दी आपको। आप आज बोल रहे हैं कि हम कचरे के ट्रक हैं।
आप सुन लें मुझे,
आप बोल रहे हैं आप कचरे के ट्रक हैं।
बस 30 सेकंड मुझे दे दे, फिर मेजर तूर ने भी बोलना है।
नहीं बट आपने कहा आई एम अ गार्बेज ट्रक, ऐसा क्यों कहा?
देखिए
गार्बेज ट्रक वाली बात देखिए ने आपने क्यों कहा कि आई एम अ गार्बेज ट्रक, माई कंट्री इज अ गार्बेज ट्रक? वो ऐसे बात करता है?
देखिए मेरे
विदेश में जाके कोई कहता है कि हम कचरे के ट्रक हैं
यार, सुन तो लो ना।
और इंडिया एक शाइनिंग मर्सिडीज कार है।
अगर आपने बोलना है
इतनी अपने लिए इतना लिहाज नहीं है आपका,
आपको मैं
इतना लिहाज नहीं है आपका अपने लिए, इतनी बेशर्मी।
इंग्लिश का शो
मैं आपको सबूत करके जाऊंगा कि हिंदुस्तान गटर से भी बुरा है इस वक्त।
अरे बट व्हाई डिड यू से हम गार्बेज ट्रक है?
आप गटर से भी बुरे हैं इस वक्त हिंदुस्तान के जो हालात है। मैं कह रहा हूँ
आपने क्यों कहा कि हम गार्बेज ट्रक हैं?
आप 4 लोग,
व्हाई डिड यू से आई एम अ गार्बेज ट्रक?
बड़ा गटर क्या होगा कि आप 4 लोग बोल रहे हैं, मुझे बोलने नहीं दे रहे हैं।
मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ। अच्छा समर जी मैं समर जी को चुप करता हूँ 1 मिनट, मेरी बात सुनिए। जस्ट मी एंड हिम। इरशाद जी मैं आपको बोलने दूंगा, मेरी पूरी सिंपैथी आपके लिए। आप मेरी एक बात देखिए, दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड अ फ्यू थिंग्स। शांति से सुनिए इसके बारे में, भूल जाइए जो हुआ आपके साथ, मान जाइए बुरा सपना था आपका, बैड ड्रीम। अभी मेरी बात सुनिए, आपके शहबाज शरीफ कहाँ है, जरदारी कहाँ है, दिख क्यों नहीं?
आज मैं बता रहा हूँ, माइनॉरिटी का केक काट, सुनिए, माइनॉरिटी के साथ आज केक काटा पूरी हमारे जितनी भी माइनॉरिटीज हैं। मैं खुद प्रेसिडेंट
आप मुझे बता रहे हैं, आप मुझे बता रहे हैं, एक मिनट आपकी बात मान रहा हूं। आपने मुझे कहा एक मिनट इरशाद साहब, अभी कोई नहीं है, सिर्फ आप और हम हैं, तो एक मिनट डायरेक्टली इंडिया व्यू पाकिस्तान
मुझे बोलने भी दें,
मैं आपको बोल रहा हूं। देखिए, मैंने आपको एक बहुत सीरियस सवाल पूछा कि आपके जो ये जनरल है मुनीर, ये यूनिफॉर्म पहनना इन्होंने बंद किया है, आजकल सिर्फ सूट और टाई पे आते हैं, और चाइना वही जाते हैं, यूके जाते हैं, स्कैंडिनेविया गए हैं, अमेरिका गए हैं, और 13 कंट्रीज़ की फॉरेन विजिट्स इन्होंने की है। आपके फॉरेन मिनिस्टर नहीं है, आपके प्रेसिडेंट नहीं है, आपके प्राइम मिनिस्टर नहीं है, आपके डेप्यूटी फॉरेन मिनिस्टर तक नहीं है, आपकी कोई सिविलियन लीडरशिप नहीं है। एक मिनट मेरी बात सुन लीजिए। अच्छा, अभी ये बात है, मैं आपको फिर से पूछ रहा हूँ, मैं आपको पूछा कि आपके प्राइम मिनिस्टर कहाँ हैं, तो इन्होंने कहा दीपक जी कि आज केक कटिंग हुई। जनरल बख्शी ये कह रहे हैं आज केक कटिंग हुई, मेरे प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने केक कटिंग की।
प्रेसिडेंट
मैंने पूछा आपके प्रेसिडेंट आजकल दिख नहीं रहे हैं। जनरल बख्शी सुनिए मेरी बात, मेरे आपके प्रेसिडेंट दिख नहीं रहे, आपका coup हो चुका है, तो मुझे कह रहे हैं मगर नहीं मुझे कह रहे हैं कि मेरे प्रेसिडेंट ने आज केक कटिंग की
माइनॉरिटीज के साथ। जो आप
ये तो समथिंग गड़बड़ है, दाल में काला है। कम ऑन नाउ, आउट विथ इट, व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन?
आप मुझे बोलने,
व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन? ये केक कटिंग कर रहे हैं, दिस इज रिडिकुलस व्यूअर्स।
मैं आपके जो पीछे
आपकी योर आर्मी चीफ इज सेइंग आई विल बॉम्ब हाफ द वर्ल्ड, एंड आपके प्राइम मिनिस्टर केक कटिंग कर रहे हैं। जनरल बख्शी,
एक उर्दू में मिसाल होती है, कब्बा नोचे। तो देखिए, मैं ये कहूंगा कि
आप वेयर इज योर प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड योर प्रेसिडेंट?
आप सुनिए,
कहाँ है वो?
देखिए अवाम
कहाँ है वो?
और दूसरे इस वक्त दुनिया के हीरो मेरे आर्मी चीफ हाफिज आसिम
आप आर्मी चीफ बोल रहे हैं, मगर आपके प्रेसिडेंट और प्राइम मिनिस्टर है कि भी नहीं है?
अल्लाह ताला इज्जत देने
इनको इमरान खान के साथ अंदर कर दिया। जनरल बख्शी, व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन? वेयर इज शहबाज शरीफ, वेयर इज जरदारी?
सवाल कर रहे हैं, मुझे बोलने तो दें। आपको औकात तो बताऊं आपकी, मैं आपकी वैल्यूज बताऊं, आपके मुल्क में क्या हो रहा वो बताऊं। देखिए, मेरा आर्मी चीफ हालत जंग में थे, आपके
भाई मेरी बात सुनिए, मेरी बात सुनिए, मैं जहां से एंकर कर रहा हूं ना, ये उत्तर प्रदेश है, आपके कंट्री से बड़ा है, इसकी इकोनॉमी भी आपके कंट्री से बड़ी है। एक स्टेट की इकोनॉमी आपके पूरे कंट्री से ज्यादा बड़ी है। जनरल बख्शी, ये वेयर हैज देयर ऑलरेडी बीन अ कू इन पाकिस्तान?
बोलने दें मुझे।
Has there been a coup in Pakistan? We want to know. They have to clarify.
Yes.
Something has happened in Pakistan. Something has happened.
आपको काफी बड़े तहजीब से सुना है। अब जरा एक मिनट आप भी सुन लीजिए।
कब दिया आप लोगों ने?
बोलिए जनरल बख्शी जी, बोलिए।
आपने सुन लिया?
कब से तो बोल रहे 10 मिनट से।
आप लोग
There's been a coup in Pakistan and I'm going to keep quiet about it.
कह रहा हूँ, अर्नब,
आप लोग हैं।
Go on, General Bakshi. Go on. Hammer it.
Arnab, I'd like to tell you, I would like to tell you that in terms of military seniority, the Pakistani air chief Babar Sidhu is senior to Asim Munir. That has been rankling Asim Munir for quite some time, and one was to get an extension in terms of 10 to 12 years to serve. The second was to be the supremo amongst the three services. He therefore got himself anointed as a field marshal. The entire war was fought by the Pakistani Air Force. They got thrashed, पिट गई पाकिस्तान की एयर फोर्स, प्रमोट हुए जनरल साहब हैं? उसने किया क्या? आप मुझे बताइए, उसने किया क्या जिसके लिए आप उसको प्रमोशन दे रहे हैं? लड़ाई अगर की तो मार खाई तो पाकिस्तान की एयर फोर्स ने
ऐसा डंडा दिया जो निकलेगा नहीं।
अरे साहब, पिटे हैं तो पाकिस्तान की एयर फोर्स पिटी। आप मुझे बताइए, आप उनको मार्शल ऑफ द एयर फोर्स नहीं बना सकते थे?
आपको पता
वो कम से कम लड़ा तो था, मार खाई दूसरी बात, अच्छी तरह मार खाई दूसरी बात। लेकिन आप मुझे बताइए साहब कि क्या आपको क्या सांप सूख गया था कि आपने आसिम मुनीर को फील्ड मार्शल बनाया है? सिंपल बात है कि कू हो चुका है। अरे साहब, शहबाज शरीफ क्या कर रहे हैं? वो सिर स्वाह नहीं कर सकते बेचारे, ठीक है। आपने जरदारी साहब अपने उल्टी गिनती कर रहे हैं, कब मुझे राष्ट्रपति भवन
on a serious note,
करना पड़ा।
on a serious note, General Bakshi, on a serious note, General Bakshi, I'm asking you. We have to plan accordingly, you know. We have to plan accordingly. On the 1st of May itself, I had said.
के लोगों के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, आपके वजीर आजम दहशतगर्दी पे काम कर रहे हैं, आपके वजीर आजम अपोजिशन को मारने पे लगे हुए हैं, आपके वजीर आजम राहुल
आप कुत्ते बिल्लियों का इलाज कराइए, आप पता नहीं कहाँ आगे आ जाते हैं।
हम ताकत बना रहे हैं मुल्क।
And after all of this, I really think we should not be play cricket with these guys.
Arnab,
Why should we play cricket with these guys?
his actual profession is of a veterinary doctor. He has by mistakenly become a politician. This is the reality. Abdul Samad Yaqub had exposed Irshad Khan. He is not relevant to come on TV.
आपने राहुल को जेल में क्यों डाला?
इरशाद जी, मैंने आपसे एक सवाल करना है, मैं आपसे एक सवाल करूंगा, एक सवाल करूंगा मैं इरशाद जी आपसे। उसामा बिन लादेन कहाँ पे मिला? उसामा बिन लादेन कहाँ पे मिला?
उसको छोड़ो,
अरे उसामा बिन लादेन को कहाँ पे मिला?
उनको जेल में क्यों डाला?
अरे उसामा बिन लादेन कहाँ पे था?
Now viewers, the other point is this. The other point is that I believe Brigadier Waqar Hasan Khan, I think that Brigadier Waqar Hasan Khan, you owe an explanation to the world about what has happened to your civilian leadership. Whatever, 1 minute. Just 1 minute. You owe an explanation to the world. You can't say that don't ask us what happened to our president, what happened to your prime minister. We are concerned. Because increasingly on your, in your foreign policy, your civilian leadership, your foreign minister, your prime minister and president are not even doing ceremonial roles anymore. Which means you have done something to them. Now, what have you done to them? And not even in that, in their media appearances also, they have either reduced or have almost gone missing. Right? In your state government-owned channels also, you don't see the civilian leadership anymore. The last major statement was by Shehbaz Sharif, where he came out and he praised Asim Munir. Now, I think it's time, Deepak Vora, that they take the world into confidence. If there's been a coup, there's no problem. You say that there has been a coup. Otherwise, you will have to explain why they are not there. You see, in the last 17 days, there has only been one public appearance in a major event of Shehbaz Sharif. That means 16 out of 17 days the man doesn't have a real job. So I'm not speculating here, I'm giving figures, Deepak Vora. I think the seriousness of a possibility of a coup will have to be shared by them to everyone. You tell us what is happening. Yeah, Deepak Vora, what would you say about the present situation, sir, on Pakistan?
It's the old normal for Pakistan. There's been a silent coup. We've seen this before. The military controls everything. Sir, this is a question I want to put to General Bakshi also and to our Brigadier Saab from Pakistan. A declaration of war in our case, 1971, Srimati Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister, officially declared war on Pakistan. Our army chief doesn't go around making statements, main ye kar dunga, main wo kar dunga, without clearance from the political leadership. What is the system in your country, sir? The Prime Minister and the President are irrelevant. Is it the President who has to declare war or the army chief, sir? Do educate me on this. The army chief can say, I'll go and blast these fellows. He doesn't get clearance from the political leadership, Brigadier Saab. What happens? Are you acknowledging that the army controls everything and the civilian leadership is irrelevant? Then why have elections, sir? I just want to know. I want to be educated, sir. And I'm putting this to you very respectfully, sir. The other gentleman who's there, he becomes abusive. So I don't want to talk to him. Well, after Fauji hai, sir. What is it, sir? Why should a military chief practically declare war and threaten nuclear war? We don't do this, sir. Has your civilian leadership authorized him to say this?
Should I reply?
You didn't hear me?
Should I reply?
You want time to prepare, Brigadier?
No, I'm just, if you can listen to me, first of all,
can
let
listen.
me
We're
correct
waiting.
you that in terms of Prime Minister's visits, in last 2 months, he had, I think, 6 international visits. He received the Iranian president just last week. So please don't put, wrong data. If you can put a retired...
No, what has happened is, you have, one minute, let me explain to you. What has happened is, what has happened is...
You put a retired Lieutenant General as Chief of Defense Staff, just because, he's, let's say, very close to Modi. So I think let's leave it there. The other is that...
No, why are they not doing their work on foreign policy and other issues? Why is the army, you see, if you're saying that the only job Shehbaz Sharif did was that he received the Iranian leader at the airport, but is that his job?
No, point is that you are saying that he's banished from. President is
He's
sick.
banished. I can't see him on any effective occasion.
Has been.
Why has he stopped having cabinet meetings? Why has your Prime Minister stopped having cabinet meetings?
It's not like,
now I'll ask a straight question. Why has your Prime Minister stopped? Why are there no cabinet meetings anymore in Pakistan? Why are there no cabinet meetings in Pakistan anymore?
Yeah,
why are there no full-fledged cabinet meetings in Pakistan?
Satyapal Malik,
why are there no full-fledged cabinet meetings in Pakistan?
Don't lecture us on
since the last 8 weeks, there has been not a single full-fledged cabinet meeting in Pakistan. I want to know why.
With the way this government is functioning, there's no democracy.
But why don't you have a cabinet meeting?
Government, and then you call it democracy.
Now there, he's not answering there. Deepak ji,
your vice president just managed.
Deepak, he's too embarrassed to
Nobody's seen Dhankar. And it doesn't happen.
He thinks that by saying things about Bharat, we'll forget about the question that we've asked. He hasn't answered my basic question. Who takes the decision in Pakistan to declare war? Who takes the decision to threaten to use nuclear weapons? The army chief or the civilian head of government? Who does it, Brigadier Saab, in your country? In my country, it's the Prime Minister. The President will approve. He's the head of the armed forces. Who's the head of the Pakistani armed forces, sir? Sir, who is the head of the Pakistani armed forces? Will you answer my question, Brigadier Saab? Who's the head of the Pakistani armed forces, sir?
India, please.
बताएगा नहीं, से बोलेगा नहीं. Who is the head of the Pakistani armed forces, sir?
Prime Minister is
it the President or is it the army chief?
Yeah.
Is it the President of your country, constitutionally the head of the armed forces, sir? Is he or is he
everybody
not,
in his preview, everybody in his preview. If the statement comes from your air chief and your army chief, your minister, it is reciprocated by our prime minister, and the army chief. It's very simple. No, it can't be that India has one-way traffic or monopoly on information. No, sir. No, sir. Because this is the fact that in case there is a nuclear war, there will be huge devastation.
I would like to ask you again. I would like to ask you again right now. And is it a convincing explanation, Samar?
Nuclear holocaust. So let's talk.
Is it a convincing explanation?
They are lost. They are morally lost. They are lost in any directions. I mean, look at a brigadier, such a senior rank.
I have a suggestion.
Being a brigadier, sir, you should know the basic. You should know the basic questions and the answers to them.
Those 1,000.
I mean, Ambassador Deepak Bohra is asking you that who has the prerogative to talk about the nuclear threat. You are saying anybody can.
Manipur ko bachaye. Indian Punjab is burning. Your south
you worry about your own country,
occupied Kashmir kya baat karte, please.
A military coup.
Morality mein,
your prime minister and president are under house arrest. You do not know who's calling the shots. I don't know. What is his rank? What is his status? Is he the field marshal? Is he a prime minister of Pakistan, president? Who has visited USA?
Malik died. In such a...
Sir, you don't worry about Indian affairs. You please put your own house in order.
It is such an
your home is...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I had another bit of breaking news now. Now, I'll tell you. I just want to go to the last bit of breaking news on the story. First of all, where is your... We're going to have to find out, launch an investigation to find out where the Pakistani president and where the Pakistani prime minister have gone missing. You can't believe, you can never trust Munir. He can do anything. He can threaten their lives. Maybe he's threatened them. Maybe he said that I will threaten you if you do anything. Anyway, very strange. Ladies and gentlemen, something very important has happened in the US while we've been breaking this. I thank our panelists there. And in the US, Donald Trump has said that there's going to be this Liberation Day in Washington, D.C. We are going to take our capital back. I don't know what he means by that, but what he's saying is that he's announcing historic action to rescue Washington from crime, bloodshed, squalor, and worse. And then he's saying that basically he's deploying the National Guard, he's signed executive orders, and he's placed the US Capitol under federal control. What's he planning? Saurabh Shukla, what's happening here? What's this Liberation Day announcement from Washington? Saurabh.
Arnab, it's an unprecedented move, which was just announced a short while back. President Trump had a long press conference here at the White House. Very, very different from what he usually does. This today, what he has done is that the DC police has been put under federal control, effectively dismissing the city's police chief. He said that obviously there is the crime has spiraled out and he wants to retake back. And the National Guard, which is the US forces, have also been authorized to be deployed. He had a press conference where you had the Attorney General, the Defense Secretary, the FBI Chief Kash Patel, they were all present there. And what essentially he's done is taken short of a federal control, which obviously requires him the approval from the Congress, which he also says that he has because he has the majority, the Republican Party has the majority, he has to get it approved in both the House of Congress and the Senate. Right. So that's a long way to go. But for now, he has taken control. In some ways, obviously, DC was reeling under, violent attacks, even though the crime statistics says in the last few days there have been fewer incidents. But certainly he wants to make sure that he takes control. Also, he wants to clean up the homeless embankments. So this is Donald Trump, as you know. That's his style of functioning. Obviously, it remains to be seen how will this play out. But this is a big move and hasn't happened historically because DC has a Democratic mayor. And Donald Trump, as you know, is from the Republican Party.
So now the president of the United States is down to fighting the mayor of Washington, D.C., who criticized him.
So I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. See, he has. So Donald Trump obviously thinks. When he thinks, he also has his mindset of still a businessman and a builder. For instance, he also spoke about during this press conference that he knows exactly how to fix some of the eyesores that are there in the nation's capital.
But that's the problem. He knows everything. He knows everything.
So
Alexander, does it look good for a president?
Doing it now. How will people react to it? We have to wait and see. But this is
quick word from Alexander. How do you view this, Alexander?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. What did you say? I'm sorry, Arnab.
I'm saying this decision of Trump to take over DC, Washington DC, fight the mayor of DC.
Overreaction. It's not fighting the mayor of DC. Muriel Bowser, the mayor of DC, was always. I don't want to say supporting crime, but she was always soft on crime. Like, listen, the liberal cities, you take any liberal cities in the United States, all these liberal cities run by the radical left Democrats, they are soft on crimes. The district attorneys who are supposed to prosecute the criminals, they are not doing their job. You know why? Because they are heavily funded and pumped by George Soros.
Yeah.
Which is he wanted to fund all the district attorneys, and that is what.
But there are too many ego tussles that Trump is having. His life is one and ego tussles. Saurabh. Too many ego tussles.
I'll tell you what, Arnab, his style is very different from other American presidents. That's the reason when people ask me how is it different, he's more of a transactional president, a mercurial leader who obviously needs to be handled and dealt in a very different manner. What he has essentially done, obviously he's gone against the woke leftist ideology, which was preventing a lot of these juveniles from being prosecuted, also to make sure that you create, something like what's happening. I was hearing a show earlier. on the stray dogs in India. So, something like that. So you have a problem here as well, where he wants to clean up the city. The intent is good. We have to wait and watch how will this pan out, because obviously you want your cities, especially the federal capital of the United States, to be free of violence and organized crime. In fact, just you visited the city near the Congress. A congressional intern was shot dead. Just outside the Congress, there was a key presidential aide earlier who was killed not far away from White House. So obviously there's a problem there. He wants to fix it. It remains to be seen how will this pan out, because he has his own style.
Of course. Yes, he does. Okay, so we can never end a news day without one Trump headline. That was missing today.
Absolutely.
So
we have a Trump
headline
tracker
of the day.
all the time.
So ladies and gentlemen, big story, remember, on Thursday is when... Thursday or Friday, I think, when Trump is meeting Putin. Biggest story of the day. Let's see where that plays out. It's been a very newsy start to the week. See you tomorrow without fail. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDA चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDA चटनी पुदीना मसाला।